The reason... Is it live?
It should be live. Are we live? It says we're live. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's not right. There we go. That's not right. Okay, whole lot of technical difficulties, but we're up, we're running, we're functional, we're operational.
Anyway,
There's a little bit of a delay. All right. Please excuse the mess. First off, back here, I had to get everything out of my passenger seat to make room for Chris. Second, how's the audio? I obviously have to turn down the tablet because it just loops over and over. So I hope it sounds good. The picture looks good on this end. Outstanding, Sean. Thank you. Peter, I'm tired. I've been doing a whole lot of get up at 3 a.m. and run all day, and then the instant I hit 10 hours, take off again, and we'll turn off the wipers because those are loud and obnoxious. I'm sure it's wonderful for you guys since the phone is right there. Anyway, yeah. And you'll see in the next video that's gonna be uploaded that I'm halfway through right now. It's just kind of it's been a great couple weeks. Anyway, Chris here picked up in Louisiana,
Burnsville, Mississippi.
And he's headed northwest, and I picked up in Missouri, and I got parked here. And we have an app that we use where we talk to each other, you know, every couple days or whatever, just kind of, hey, how's it going, blah, 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 blah. And he said, well, where are you at? And I told him, and he goes, I'm like less than 100 miles from there, and that's where I'm stopping for tonight too. I said, sweet, we'll do a live video. I had every intention of doing this video tomorrow night, but everything kind of lined up and made sense to do it now, because you guys seem to like Chris. I don't know why.
I don't either.
But anyway, like I said, you guys seem to like Chris. I figure since him and I are together just for tonight, because I'm going west and he's going north, so it just happened to be that we were both stopping at this same pilot here tonight. Anyway, as always, you guys control what we talk about. I got the tablet sitting right here, so I can see the chat. So let me know what we're talking about, and I'll do my best to answer any questions. I got the Pro with me, so.
No. I'm the guy that wears shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah.
And I'll never stop wearing them either, so. But I got pants on today.
Well, it's because it's snowing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Angel, what's happening, man? What's going? Didn't I see you in Arizona, Angel? Audio, video were good. Daniel. Anyone now? Wave Express and Goshen. How are the? I don't know what you're trying to say, Peter. David, it is wet and cold. And apparently, at this point, right now, the interstate I'm supposed to take tomorrow is closed. So we'll see how that goes. Little Al, what's going on? Angel, okay, I'm sorry. I met a guy named Angel, and I thought he had said that was his last name. I could be wrong. Obviously, I am. Johnny is starting with Bennett in about a week. Awesome. Michael, what type of extra insurance do you guys need for hauling RVs commercially? More than your standard truck coverage? I can't find the video where it was discussed. So I can't speak for every company, but Horizon has partnered with an insurance company.
We have several, actually.
Oh, when I started, they told me there was one. So.
No, yeah, we have a few. There's I use Transportation Insurers. You use
Cottingham Butler.
Cottingham and Butler, and then we also have another one that we can use. They actually have a. I think they have a on our thing, like where you can, on our app, where you can get all the different names of the different companies. So maybe we'll put a picture of that up or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'll if I remember, I will try and put that into the video that I'm working on right now. Yes, Peter, I know who Wave Express is, but anyone now Wave Express in Goshen, how are the? I don't know what you're trying to say. Anyway, got a little hot for the beanie. I'm breaking my rule. I'm idling my truck. Every once in a while, I'll let it idle for, half hour, 45 minutes or something. But I don't ever idle throughout the night. Just personal preference. Sean, you are correct. And it's not like just like the center, like Kansas, Wyoming. It's like the center north to south is just completely screwed right now. Let's see. Have to call my Horizon recruiter tomorrow. Hope all is good. Completed my app just the other night. Right on, Michael. Like I said in the last video, I just uploaded 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever, something. Right now is a sketchy time to start.
Yeah, I don't wonder right now.
Load boards are really thin right now. I don't believe for a second that this is permanent. It's just whatever whatever's going on. They're saying it's a parts issue due to the Flu Man shoe, and once that gets straightened out, it should pick back up. I believe that. I've had drastic delays in everything I've ordered from different companies online too. So absolutely, I believe it's just a parts issue and it will bounce back. Just right now is a scary time to try and join. Are they a good company? Chris, you've been doing this longer than I have.
What?
Wave Express. Good company?
Yeah, they're the same as us.
Yeah.
We own Wave Express, so well, we don't, but the owner of Horizon owns Wave Express. So.
Right. So there you go. And that was basically what I thought was the case, but I'm not the professional here.
Neither am I.
Anyway, wanted to just get his input just to make sure that I wasn't giving you guys bunk info. So yeah.
Yeah, so everything we've gone over, it pretty much is going to pertain to them, other than Wave. I think I'm not positive actually, but I think all they do is camping.
Okay.
But I'm still not positive.
Right.
I think we kind of share the work, I think.
Johnny, I want to pick your brain. I have a clean record, background, experience, but got a letter from Horizon that they declined me, and so went to Bennett, had 4 other companies wanting me.
Horizon will decline a lot of people for a lot of stupid reasons. So.
Yeah, I've seen people. I had one of my subscribers got declined, reapplied 2 weeks later, and got the job.
Different recruiter.
Right, and that's what it comes down to, is a different recruiter, and that's kind of crappy that there's not like a either pass or fail kind of thing. It's just like, oh, I guess we'll hire this guy. You know, we're not gonna get into my personal how I got hired.
I don't know how the hell you got hired.
I had unverified 43,000 miles.
They didn't know you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, wow. What a jerk.
Mm-hmm. True story.
David, skim load boards. It's gonna give me time to find a truck and get outfitted. Yeah, David, if you're really serious about this, sure, get all your equipment together, get everything ready, get it set up, but don't be in a rush.
You can still get hired on and then just do what you can. Like if you have another job,
Yeah.
try to take. It depends on how close you are, I guess, to the yards. But if you can take them on the weekends or something like that, that's a good way to get your foot in the door too.
Rick, that is exactly what we're hearing. That, Rick said he's got a friend who runs the shuttles, and there's a ton of units. They're just missing a piece here or a part there or this or that, so they can't ship them out because they're not 100% ready to go. Johnny, I think it's probably just the recruiter that you got a hold of. Or maybe they're just in a total freeze right now because of the load boards.
Or maybe they did find something they didn't like. I mean, they do background checks. They do all kinds of stuff on you. So I don't know you. I don't know what your backstory is, but maybe they found something they didn't like. I have no idea.
Chris, no, my cab is not modified to be a legal sleeper berth. So when I do my 10 hours, I don't check sleeper berth. I just check off duty, and that counts. The only time you need a sleeper berth is if you're trying to do team driving. So if me and Chris shared the truck, then I would modify that to be a sleeper berth. So I could drive my 11 while he got his 10 hours off, and then we would switch, and I would get my 10 hours off in the back. Well, that really sounded bad. While he drove for 11 hours.
I don't want to be in frame anymore.
It's been a long day. I got up at 2:30 this morning.
Yeah, but you took a nap for 6 hours, so quit complaining.
I took a nap for 1 hour while I was waiting for you because you drive slow.
Yeah.
Or you came from Mississippi. I don't know.
That could have been it.
I got a new 2020 dually. Oh, okay. Right on. Got an email telling me no, but they are wanting me to call, so I'm not sure if they're just gonna tell me no in person. If you got a denial email and they want you to call, I would assume that's like a no for now, we want clarification.
Yeah, they probably just want to know, like, I don't know if you had a felony or I don't know, but I'm just saying they might want to know what it was or something like that. I'd call them and just see what's going on.
For sure, give them a call. But yeah, it could have been something that the system auto-generated a no for, but they have a question that might tweak that back to a yes. I don't know. Not saying that's the case, but I would say that's very plausible. Mohammed, no. Horizon is not busy at all. No. Load boards are empty. Let's see. Middle of the application process with Horizon. Right on, Chris. Hopefully get to see you on the road sometime. Look, another Chris.
Hey, look, you got 33 people watching.
Wow.
That's like a record for you. It must be me.
My record's 36.
Oh. That fast?
I don't know. Well, I can guarantee you it's none of that. Over 700,000 miles. Something is vibrating. That's really annoying. Yeah, Johnny, I couldn't tell you that's... It's the Gatorade bottle.
Well, get rid of it.
Just put my hand here. That's rude.
Oops.
Either of you know anything about classic transportation? I don't.
I've never heard anything bad, though. I've been out here for, 4 or 5 years?
I don't know. No news is good news. If I get a regular box instead of a long box, would you recommend a slider hitch, or is a regular fifth wheel acceptable? I believe you have to.
What was the question?
If I get a short bed instead of a long bed, would you recommend a slider?
Yeah, they require a slider.
Yeah.
For a short box.
Yes. Yeah. If you have a short bed, it is mandatory to have a slider, and they will inspect that when you go up for orientation. Picking up some background noise now.
Probably the rain.
That could be the rain picked up a little bit, so I bet that's probably what you're picking up. Popping sound. Did it go away? Okay, so it's that.
Oh, it's sitting on that thing.
Yeah, it's sitting on the printer paper. Here, Chris will hold the phone for a second while we try and fix this, because that's not going to work. I'm not sitting up there and holding that.
There. That ain't gonna work.
Sure will.
Nope.
Uh-oh. That's not going to work even a little bit.
That's what I just told you.
Yeah, but no one listens to you. Okay.
Just put it right there. Yeah, there you go. See what it looks like. Yeah, see, look. It's fixed. Okay, we're back. Oh, look, 36.
Okay.
Come on, we need one more person watching. We got to beat his old record.
All right, let's get caught back up in the chat. Yes, Michael, it is Chris. It's my road buddy. Hoping loads pick up as well. We just got my truck. We'll have all my parts installed. Hoping to be in orientation soon next month. Well, Chris, 2 days ago we were down to 19 loads nationwide.
Yeah, but we went back up to like 50 today.
Okay. I didn't look at it today. I try not to look at them once I've been dispatched until I'm close to dropping off, because as I was pleasantly informed today, I went ahead and took this load because I was worried about nothing, and a bunch of really good loads appeared. So awesome.
61 right now.
61 loads right now. So we're turning around, question mark?
Ah, 38.
30,
New high score.
and not a single thumbs up. Oh,
Now
good.
you got one.
Isaac, it was kind of vibration from the dash. It was my printer paper. I had the phone leaned up against the printer paper, and I think it just got to a point where it was rattling on the plastic wrapper because it's still a whole package. Yeah, Mohammed, that's what I was told too. Use a sweatshirt. I'm wearing my sweatshirt. It's cold. Is 26,000 pound limit based on the GVW of the truck and the trailer, or is it based on actual weight by the CAT scales? It's the it's based on the GCWR, which is truck plus trailer. No, that is incorrect information.
I don't know the question. I wasn't listening.
It's the truck. They want your truck registered at 26.
Is the yeah, if you're non-CDL, you can't be over the 26 combined.
Right.
Like he's saying, you can't be if your truck is, we'll just use easy numbers, 10,000 GVW, and your trailer is 16,200 pounds, you GVW, not actual weight, then you'd have to have a CDL.
Yeah, Carl. Things are slow. It should pick up soon. I hope. I kind of need it to.
There'll be lots of loads up on the north side pretty soon, going like Montana, Washington, all that, because nobody wants to take them in the winter. So
That's true, and that's why I was able to keep busy last winter.
yep.
Because the streetwalker's a trooper. You will not turn off. Absolutely, Chris. Murphy's Law 100%. I picked up this morning and he messaged me, 40 minutes after I picked up? It was right before I pulled into this truck stop. And he's like, just so you know. Isaac, I couldn't compare it. I haven't done either of those other. I know that I really like the RV transport. I'm very happy. And I've talked to a couple hot shotters and one guy that drives semi truck, and there's pros and cons to both sides. So I don't know what the answer is. You gotta figure out what's good for you, man. Chris is over here touching buttons.
I want my seat massagers on.
I'm working on it. There you go.
It's the only thing good about this Ford.
I hate you so much.
Why the hell you bought a Ford? Well, speaking of, I'm at 403,000 miles.
And she's still rolling. Did have to put new shocks in it though.
Yeah, I had to put shocks in it. I needed some shocks.
Let's see. If you don't have a CDL and you're over 26, bend over and grab them ankles. True story. Or the fifth wheel trailer that would put you over 26 limit for non-CDL. Yes. So you got to be careful. And when you start, if, as you saw in the video that we did, that the hour-long video, application to delivery, we show you where it shows the weight of the trailer, so you have to add that to the weight of the truck and make sure you're under 26. Yeah, Chris, go for it.
What are we going for?
He wants to send me a message on Instagram.
Oh,
I bet they're holding back loads just to get those loads that the streetwalker can't get them all. She's starting to get a little lazier. Maybe that's me.
yeah, it's definitely you. 184,000 on this one, huh?
15 months. It's not bad. Well, tomorrow is 15 months. What's the best way to get a CDL? Go to the DMV and take the test. I mean,
Well, that's not true because you got to take the driving test, so you got to have a vehicle to do it in.
oh, I didn't have to do that. I just took the written.
That's because you were in the service.
Yes. So ask him. Best way to get a CDL.
Well, you got to have a truck to take it in, whether it's a semi or, I mean, every state's different, so I can't really answer that question, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, because, you know, some states require that you do take it in a semi, some require that you can do it, or say you can do it in a pickup with a trailer. I mean, there's all kinds of different things you got to do, or know, I guess, in your state. You just have to call them and ask them at the DMV.
In Texas, you can get a non-CDL Class A. It allows you to pull RVs over. I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of a non-CDL Class A, but that's exactly what I'm saying, is every state's got different.
That's weird.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Are you sure that's not for personal use? Not for commercial use on that CDL from Texas? Or non-CDL?
Do you see many women in this line of business? Yes. It's obviously, driving down the road, looking at people that are doing this. You can tell it's one of those male-dominant jobs. But yes, I have seen quite a few women doing it as well. Drive a big truck, lots of companies will train you, like use a truck, get a CDL that way. That is actually correct. Absolutely
The
correct.
only problem with that is you got to stick with them usually for a year,
Right, you're
whatever.
kind of contracted to them.
Yeah. And if you leave, then you have to pay for that. So, like, if you go for 2 months and then you leave and say they're training $6,000, you're going to have to pay for that. So, which still, I mean, it doesn't take long to add up, to pay for that CDL. So,
Chris, Brian would like to know, what year is your truck?
me?
Yeah.
Well, there's other Chris's on here. I don't know what the hell's going on. 15. Sorry.
And what issues have you had with it?
DPF. It's gone. I don't care if anybody knows.
It fell off.
I put shocks on it. Thermostat. I can't think of anything else. If I do, I think that's it.
A couple sets of tires.
Well, yeah, a bunch of tires.
Belts.
No belts.
No
I'm
belts?
still on the original Ford belt. 403,000 miles. I don't know how, but it is. I got a spare one in there, but yeah, Other than that, I mean, Jesus, seems like there was one other thing I had to do to it. If I think about it, I'll tell you.
Where from my tour, from my experience, tech college is about 7 to 10, depending on the state. I've been driving semi for the last 6 years. God, I love that DPF comment. First time I have a problem, I will delete mine, but I'll just haul out the filter and put it back so it looks normal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call it, ghost delete, I think. Mine's just a straight piece of pipe. I really don't care.
Really, the only state that's going to give a poop is California.
Yeah, and it's just if the EPA's doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
the scales, you don't really go through the scales much of them in California anyway, but
This is the fourth person to do this since I've been here. So what you guys can't see is there's probably 30 empty parking spaces, and people pull up here and park right in front of the RVs that are backed in. They can't go anywhere but forward. I don't understand people. So from what I've been able to gather, DOT can't do anything about your DPF. They can hold you if they want to call an EPA officer and wait for them to show up, but DOT can't do anything.
there's been thousands of guys that delete their trucks and they go and get inspections all the time and nothing ever comes of it. So I mean, I can't say that it wouldn't happen, but it's a pretty low chance. If it does, then I'll get a new one and put it on there. Whatever.
Chris, I've been doing it for 15 months, and no real horror stories, just, you know, it snows and the roads get slick. That's about the worst I've experienced. What about you?
What? Well, you didn't read the question. I don't know where you're at.
That one.
Which one?
Carl.
Oh, yeah, I meant like 4.5, 5 years, almost 5 years, I think. Yeah, be 5 years in May.
Oh, you know what? I do have a horror story.
I do too. I met this guy here.
Wow.
But what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right?
That is where we met.
I know.
I delivered to Blue Dog RV in Post Falls, Idaho.
Oh, Blue Dog, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, that lady there, she's a peach.
I know.
That's-
I warned you about her.
That's my horror story. Don't go there. That's Post Falls, right? Or is that Washington?
Post Falls, or I think it's actually Coeur d'Alene, technically.
It's right on the border.
Yeah.
Like you could throw a rock from the dealership and hit Washington.
Not that close.
I know. I was making a point.
You can barely even hit the freeway from there. All right, I'm done.
I have a commercial truck right now that has spent more time in the shop over DPF. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, mine started to code all the time, and I had enough of it. And if they'd make it affordable to replace them, then it'd be a different story. But it's not.
Yeah, $5,000 or what? You paid $600 for your kit?
1,000.
No way. So
But still.
five times the price? No, thank you.
No.
Signed up for CDL Classic Community College for $3,900. Awesome.
A CDL is a good thing to have, even if you decide you don't like transporting. If you start transporting, it's still a CDL is one of those things that
It opens doors.
it opens doors for the rest of your life. I mean, you can drive dump trucks, whatever, haul equipment, go over the road. It just a lot of things, and it's never going away. It's always going to be a thing. unless they get rid of fossil fuels. It won't be a thing anymore.
Yeah, because the new Tesla semi drives itself. The driver's just there to unload.
Yeah.
Let's see, Eric, drive a school bus for a year. They'll pay for your CDL. Okay. But I think that's a Class B, though, isn't it?
What?
School bus.
Yeah, but I think it's good enough for this job because
Okay.
it's a pound thing that you can't you can't drive air brakes, things like that.
What is your maintaining recommendations and how long till the next on all? My truck tells me when to change the oil, usually right around 10,000 miles. It depends on how hard I'm working it. So heavy trailers, light trailers, yada, yada, yada. But I usually right around 10,000 miles on that. And around 75,000, I do all the drivetrain fluids, fuel filter and air filter at 20,000. Yeah, that's my maintenance schedule.
I'm not answering that question because y'all don't want to know.
Never.
I changed my transmission fluid once.
At 400,000 miles.
No, that was at like 250. But it's got the same.
Same
It's all-
drivetrain as this.
Yeah, it's nothing else has been changed other than fuel filters and oil, of course.
Mohammed, if you have a flat with a trailer, you change it. I've had several videos on that.
I don't know how, but whatever. Four and a half years, I changed one time because it was low. No, I take that back. I changed one at the yard one time too because I got there and it was flat. So
I don't know what a DRV or a Riverstone is, Terry, but I can't say, maybe 4-ish trailers I've hauled required a CDL because they were over. They put me over with my truck. Like, it's not common. Very few do you find that are actually over that way. Now, it could be because I have an Illuma duty.
I was trying to read that question, but I don't get it either. DRVs and Riverstones?
I don't know.
Is that just the brand he's talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
That must be a brand that we don't haul then, because I haven't heard of either one of them.
I think I've heard DRV before, but I don't know anything about them. I've definitely never hauled one.
Yeah.
There you go. Do most companies require an equalizer hitch for bumper pull?
Most companies do require it.
Yes. It is a Class B, but we have air brakes and Horizon okayed it. Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Be with air brakes, that's it. I think it's a weight thing at that point.
All right, I gotta ask, Miss Hood, the school bus life. Are you living in a school bus, or are you a school bus driver, or both? Just because that's a really cool name for a YouTube channel.
What is it?
Miss Hood's school bus life.
Oh. Look, it's smoky in there.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim, you are a little late to the party, but you know what? Better late than never. Unloaded weight starts at 19K. Holy crap, that's a heavy camper. Dry weight 19.
That's what this one you're pulling is. Well, that's the GVW, or the GVW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying dry weight is 19.
Oh. That sounds like a Van Lay.
24 for the GVWR.
Oh, wow. I can't see it as well as you, so.
That's
okay.
That's like those Luxes. That would be, and I really want to pull a Lux. They have one so big you have to have a semi to pull it.
Well, then you can't pull it. Just saying.
I could pull it for a couple miles.
You can't legally pull it. I didn't say your truck will pull it. I'll pull it, but
Sounds like a park model. Sounds a lot heavier than a park model.
yeah, most park models are.
Oh, hey Terry.
14.
There's a Van Lay right over there. Right on. I do not want that job at all, Miss Hood. Little inside story. I used to be a preschool teacher. I could not be a bus driver. I do not have the patience. No, we're back down to 36.
37.
It went back up. It's all over the place. We're all over the place.
There's people coming and going.
I know.
They see you're in here and then they leave and then they remember, oh yeah, Chris is in there. And they come back.
The thing is, they know I'm here. It's my channel.
Yeah, but you put when paths cross, so they already knew. What are you doing?
There, is that better? Terry asked why there was no disco lights.
Oh, it didn't work very good.
No, it glitched the video for some reason. I don't know. That's the thing, Brian. You gotta have fun, and I know I wind up with Chris in a lot of my videos, and really, we don't plan it.
You know?
But him and I are both out there putting in lots of miles, and our paths just happen to
This
cross.
country is not as big as people think.
You can do the whole thing in 3 days.
I mean, that's exactly right. It's people
Maybe
think,
4.
how could you meet up that often? But it's really not that big. And for the most part, we're either on the 80 or the 40. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's like,
Especially this time of year, there's a lot of 40.
yeah.
All right, Johnny. Be safe. Good night. Yada yada. All that good stuff. Yeah, Aaron. The loads are awful right now. It's starting to come back, but I don't know if it's gonna keep coming back or if we just had a spike and it's gonna drop again. There you go. Tim only came for you.
Sweet.
Poor Chris. I'm not sure what that means.
It's true, though.
We have 2 Terrys in here.
Oh, we do?
We have a Terry
Terry Brown?
and a Terry Barker.
Oh,
Terry Barker lives in a Van Lay.
they're I would say, the nicest fifth wheels ever made.
They are pretty classy.
They're very nice.
How are the backhauls, or is it a lot of deadhead? It's been my experience up until about a month ago that backhauls were very prevalent. It was very easy to get a backhaul, and now there's not many. It's not good. I'm sure it's going to bounce back and it's going to go back to normal. This is just a period that we're dealing with right now. So, you know, the one I have is, well, technically both of us have backhauls right now. They're not off the outbound board.
Reload,
They're,
yeah. Not backhaul, reloads.
no one. Everyone hears backhaul. Very few people hear reload.
Okay, but
They are.
they're not backhauls because we're not going back anywhere.
It's true. They are designed to be backhauls. However, no.
Yeah. Well, even our board states it as reloads.
Right. So that is something.
Because they very rarely ever take you back anywhere.
I've had one.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I've had one that took me to Indiana.
Right.
And it was from Los Angeles, and it was glorious.
Yeah.
It was heavy.
But anyways. Yeah. Yeah, both of these are off the reload board. So.
Terry, I have established my own company, and my company owns my truck, and Horizon leases my truck from my company and then pays me to drive my truck that my company owns that they lease. Does that make sense?
You just made that really, really confusing.
I know, I did that on purpose.
I gotta jump out for a second.
Okay. His wife needs a hand with something. So he's got to get on the phone and talk with her for a bit. So y'all are stuck with me now. Wow, that looks so messy. Normally all that pile of stuff is all neat and organized here in the passenger seat and clean and pretty, and had to make room for Chris. Tim, is there anything in or out of Texas? It's hit and miss. Sometimes there's loads in and out. Every single state is hit and miss, except for Idaho, Oregon, and Indiana. Well, I can't say always because right now the load boards are crap. Normally, always, those 3 states always have loads. Normally.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Good. See, it wasn't that confusing. He followed.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be that confusing because.
No, you can't deduct deadhead miles, but you do get a.
Yes, you do. You can. All your miles.
Right. Not deadhead specifically. You do get a deduction for mileage, but not for deadhead miles.
Yeah, but it's every mile you drive.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to be in the middle of explaining when you cut me off.
Well, that's because.
So you can't deduct specifically your deadhead, but all of your miles are deducted. I think it's 35 cents a mile.
It's like 58 cents or 59 cents.
There's some pennies per mile.
It's 50 something cents though, for sure. And then also you got all your per diem. Every day that you're on the road, you get per diem.
It's
$68, I think.
And then you can, if you buy a new vehicle, you can write off depreciation of the vehicle
for
5 years.
Yeah, for 5 years if you, or you can do it all at once. I mean, if you need it.
I chose 5 years.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you can. There's a lot of tax relief. I wouldn't call it relief, but tax deductible stuff.
Deductibles. Hey, Michael here is moving to Phoenix.
I'm sorry.
It's less than an hour from you.
I know, but it's Phoenix. Carl, there's hardly any loads going anywhere right at the moment, but south is usually the hard ones to get to. Or get.
Yeah, because everyone wants them, especially this time of year.
Yeah. And even in the summer, because everybody wants to go to Florida to go spend a couple days. So
I've never been. Ricky, what's going on, bud? Haven't seen you in a while. Good info. Worth the LLC? It's free. It took me 5 minutes. I did it at a truck stop. Just got online and boop, 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 and done. And then in like a week, I got all the, or in a couple days, I got all the paperwork. And then in like emailed, and then in like a week, I got the official stamped from the IRS letter that I took in and got my IFTA stickers because I was lied to and told I did not need IFTA stickers.
You don't.
Well, I do because I have apportioned plates, but I don't need those.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You technically.
I was lied to about that. Do all companies deliver to all dealerships, or are the companies? They're kind of contracted-ish, but not. But yes, but not.
Like Horizon and
Wave.
we do, I think, almost all the Camping Worlds across the United States. But all the other companies, I'm not gonna say all of them, but I think a few of them do haul them. But they're mostly like the smaller mom and pop places, or like Mesa RV, or the bigger ones, but not Camping World. So. Because I very rarely ever see anybody but us at Camping World. Do you? Us and Wave. I think I've seen Indiana Transport.
I think
there.
I've seen at the
I think it's one of those
the one by my
things.
house. I've seen in Indiana.
Yeah. So it does happen, but
It's camper, dual transfer, also. Do you have a personal accountant or use a tax attorney? Honest, I used H&R Block last year. I've only filed once with this job, but I just used H&R Block.
that's all I use. They're all pretty good about it because it's just like driving a truck, and there's a million truck drivers, so
Yeah.
you don't need any.
Fine, you're right. It's 58 cents a mile.
I know. I just told you that. How do you know? Somebody.
Tim's wife Googled it.
Oh yeah.
Chris does not own his own company. He is leased to Horizon just like I am.
I have my own authority though.
That's right, you do.
Mhm.
We could do that and go bankrupt.
We could. We could. Or we could keep doing what we're doing and go bankrupt. Either way.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't turn around soon. I might need to hide my Harley soon.
Or we could drive a Dodge and go bankrupt. It's up to you.
Wow, why you got that? Like, that's low. That wound hasn't healed yet.
Oh, your Dodge. Well, you're not going to go bankrupt over that one, but.
No, Miss Hood. We are not working for more than one company because you get that company's DOT numbers slapped on the side of your truck. You can't have multiple DOT numbers.
You can't have one truck leased to more than one company, period.
Yes, that.
Now, if you're doing the drive-away side, then you can work for multiple companies.
Right.
Because you don't have a, per se...
Lease.
Like, I could go do a drive-away for a different company. I just couldn't pull another company's trailer with my truck.
But if you
If
had
that-
multiple trucks,
Then you can have it all signed up to multiple places. Yes.
that might not be cost effective.
It might not be. Especially when you only drive one at a time. And with this company, you can also buy 5 or 6 trucks and sign them up and have drivers. So, you have your truck leased to Horizon, and as long as that person gets hired on with Horizon, they have to clear
Right.
it, but then they can drive your truck. That'd be like, you could drive my truck, is what I'm getting at,
Right.
and it wouldn't matter.
Right.
Which I'll trade you straight up.
No, I will not do that. No, Chris. Chris has not only worked for. That's really confusing. Chris has worked for more than just Horizon throughout his life.
Not
No other RV transport.
no other RV, no.
but lots of transport businesses.
Yeah, I drove truck for quite a few years. Flatbed.
No, David, you do not have to get your own DOT number. That's what the whole being leased on means.
That's the beauty of this job, is you really don't need anything except what the truck
And the equipment for
and
the truck.
and the equipment for the truck. I mean,
And the insurance.
yeah, you don't have to go through all that crap. I mean, I have my own authority, and it's a headache to have your own authority. I mean, I haven't used it in quite a few years, but once you have one, you always have one. So once you're assigned that DOT number, you always have it. But no, you do not need one in this job, and that's the beauty of it. It's just so much more laid back than owning a trucking company. So been there, done that.
And conveniently, Chris, you just answered the next question without even realizing it.
That's right, because I'm psychic.
Psycho.
Oh, I thought they said psychic. I didn't know they said psycho.
Miss Hood, drive-away is a good way to get started, but everyone that I've known to do drive-away does it just long enough to buy a truck and then moves into tow-away.
So about 6 years.
Not buy it outright with cash, just a little down payment.
I'm just saying, it's hard to make. To me, it's hard to make a living drive away.
So, like, these trailers are normally about $1.40 a mile. Drive-away gets 50...
85 to 90 cents.
Right. And then they get...
Sometimes less, a little bit. I mean,
And-
sometimes it's in the 70s.
Yeah, I saw a couple
So-
of them in the 50s.
Well, that's probably on the
That was
back
reload.
haul.
Backhaul.
On the back haul.
Backhaul drive-away.
Yeah.
And then by the time you do that and you deal with your
Like
shuttle
right now,
card-
just for. I mean, we got 78 cents all the way up to
$1.14.
$1.14. Looks like the highest one.
Yep. So 78
is-
cents to $1.14.
You know, which is a UPS truck though. So.
Oh yeah. Let's drive a UPS truck across the country
Yeah, so-
and sleep in it. That would be great.
Yeah, so when you're doing that, it's hard to rent motels every night. So
Yeah.
it's a hard one. I mean, people do it. I've met people that's done it for like 12 years or something. Was the highest one I've ever seen, but they love it. And you know, if you're just retired and
And you don't have bills.
you don't have bills and
It's probably great.
you don't have a family at home to take care of and a house payment and blah blah blah, great. I mean, it's a little bit of money. You get to travel the country for free. I mean, you get paid actually for traveling. But, you know, for the normal guy that needs to have a job, taking care of a family, household, whatever, it's hard. It's very hard.
There's some bad publicity that about Horizon. The only thing bad I've heard as of now is the load boards are dead.
Well, they have those lawsuits that they went through, but
Yeah,
that's
that was-
that's at every company.
Well, and that was last year, a
Yeah.
couple years ago.
Yeah. So I don't know what they mean by that.
So I'm not sure what you're getting at, Miss Hood. Maybe it's just something we haven't heard yet.
Yeah, maybe we do need to know.
Please enlighten us. Is the chat broken? No one's talking. People?
Nobody has anything to say to you.
That's rude. I thought we were friends.
It's still working because this thing's still working.
The lag is almost gone.
Yeah,
it's only like 2
just
seconds.
because you're not see, there's somebody. Shh.
It's cahoots. Oh, everyone's silent waiting for Miss Hood.
Oh, I get it.
Everyone's going, wait, maybe I don't want to join.
What was Delise when they were
Oh,
accused
yeah.
of-
So,
Well, here's the story on that. I'm just going to flat out say it. Nobody knows.
yeah.
Nobody knows if they did or if they didn't. They know. They can tell you whatever they want. I've seen the video too. But Do we know?
No. You know, I've heard so many stories around that. They were doing it. They didn't do nothing wrong. It was another jealous driver that reported them falsely. Like,
Was it even
don't
that
know.
that they got deleased from? Who knows? I mean, we don't
Yeah.
we don't have the correct answers, and I understand that that video is out there, and I don't think it was right of them to even put that out there, because I can't say that that's the fact. I mean, I've been here for 4.5 years. I've never heard of anybody getting deleased immediately over sleeping in a camper, if they did. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure the only thing that Horizon will delease you for immediately on the spot is logbook violations, because they're tired of it.
And
So-
a bad drug test.
And a bad drug test, of course. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't say. But I don't know that that's the whole situation.
And that's kind of where I land on that too. Like, I don't know the story. I actually talk with the husband of that couple once in a while, and I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he would lie to me. But human nature is you're going to,
Cover your mistake.
well, not only that, just like you and I could see the exact same thing,
Yeah.
and we would tell different stories. Not because we're
Right.
trying to be deceitful, just we saw it different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that either way. I don't know. The whole thing is weird. So yeah, I would say that would classify as bad publicity.
It would, but it also needs to be known that I'm pretty sure
There's some weirdness going
there's
on.
something else going on there. Yeah. So.
David, as far as picking up the truck stop noise, we're parked out front. We're in the car side. Most pilots and loves and TAs and Petros and all that have RV parking out front. And if you get there at a decent
Look,
enough
we're on
hour,
fire again.
you get there at a decent enough hour, there's still those spots there. So that's where we are. There's cars pulling in and out in front of us. Regular, semi trucks. Now, when I started, I did park in the back every time because I thought that's where all commercial vehicles were supposed to park. This guy taught me otherwise, and I can't tell you how much better I sleep now.
Yeah, and it's not just that. It's, I guess you're on ELD, so you have the same laws as they do. But I'd rather save those big spots for the big trucks that need it. The big trucks are not allowed to come out front in these truck stops. But I've been doing this 4.5 years. I've never been harassed one time being out front, even if you just park out in front of a little gas station or anything. So, yeah, parking out front is the way to go.
Talk about the holding of 10. I'm not sure what you're getting at, Terry. 10% up to the $1,500. So yes, when you first start up, you have to have you can either give them $1,500 or they will take 10% off of every load until you get to $1,500.
Which isn't that bad.
Unless you destroy
Unless you destroy your first camper like you did.
That was my fourth.
Whatever.
So I had to do that twice.
See, I'm pretty sure you get deleased over that before you get deleased over for sleeping in one.
Yeah.
So something else is going on. But yes.
With a 2011 Duramax Denali with 160 last 6 months. I've been a Chevy guy my whole life. I don't have a lot of faith in the Duramax. I've had 2 of them and they were both horrible. And they both died right around 170, 180,000. So.
Oh, yeah, no. 2011 Duramax? No, I would say stay away from it.
Yeah, that was the fairly beginnings of their DPF.
Yeah. Unless you have not now. I mean, don't get me wrong.
If you already own it,
yeah, if you already own it, work it.
But
You may have to put some money
don't
into
go
it. It may make it. I talked to a guy the other day. He's got a Chevy Duramax. He went. It was like 800 and some thousand miles. Never touched it.
yeah.
It happens. I mean, there's a unicorn
Yeah.
in every.
I've had 2 of them that never pulled anything heavy at all, and they both crapped
Yeah.
before 180.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but yeah, if it's already a bought and paid for truck or what, or you already own it in any way, shape, or form, yeah. Why not? That's the thing of these trucks. The worst thing they can do is break down. That's the worst thing. I mean, you fix it. Everything's fixable. Every single thing on a vehicle is fixable. So,
Miss Hood, I am extremely happy with Horizon. He's been here for 5 years. I would assume he would have left if he wasn't happy by now. Or at least found a different RV transport company if you were that unhappy.
yeah, I have nothing really bad to say. Every company,
little
every
things.
company has their own little, you know, why do you do things that way type of thing. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of mad at them right now for a little something, but you know, it'll probably pull through. So, and I don't think it's 100% Horizon's fault, but
No, I would say it's the other party.
yeah.
Does Horizon run paper logs? Yes, no, question mark.
Well, the answer to that is yes, but they're not paper. They're on a tablet or a phone.
Right.
So it's it's the same thing as paper, except you do it on your phone. So, I mean, yes. So the answer is yes.
Unless you have an ELD, then
And if you choose to do the ELD side of things, which I'm sure all of us they'll
Be
make us
forced into.
eventually, you know. But if you have the ELD, then no, I would say no. But they're paper logs in a sense. They're just not made out of paper. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but it's the same thing. You just fill it out on an electronic device versus, but nothing goes anywhere until, the only thing that's nice about it is you don't have to stop in there and turn in, you know, your last 2 weeks of logs or whatever, and then they have to
Right.
go through them. You send them via email every night. You just once you sign it, it goes to them, and that's it.
yeah,
Simple.
you don't even send it. It sends itself once you sign it. Which
Yeah,
is
you
great.
sign it and it just goes. So it's the same thing though. If you mess up, you can change it or whatever you need to do, you know, as far as that goes.
Let's see.
Don't take that wrong. I mean, you can't change what happened, but you know what I mean.
If you
Make a
put
mistake.
the wrong word, or
Yeah, wrong.
oh, my finger slipped and I got the time all screwed up.
Right.
I did not drive for 19 hours straight. Let's put that back a little
Right.
bit. Terry Brown, I think you're absolutely correct. Terry Barker. So what that is that's your damage deposit. So they take 10% until you get to the $1,500, and the $1,500 is in case you drop your tailgate and it rips the front end off a $90,000 camper. That's the deductible for repair. Is that $1,500?
Yeah, and Chris, they only allow meth on weekends.
I thought it was just in days that ended in Y.
And you don't drive trailers. That's funny. I don't care who you are.
I mean, you could. Get out there and yank the tongue going down the freeway.
You're going down a steep enough hill, you could drive one.
We are in Missouri, right? We're still in Missouri. No, we're in Kansas.
No, we're in Misery.
I'm so confused.
We're in Misery.
Okay. Oh, we're just outside Kansas City,
Like
Missouri.
60 miles.
Yeah.
We're at the 52 mile marker.
Okay.
So, 52 miles.
I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
How come
Wow.
I can get a senior discount? What did I do? I'm not that old, am I?
I'm the one with gray in my beard.
Yeah, but I'm older than you.
I know. I aged poorly.
Oh, we got 41. Oh, it's not anymore.
We had 41. We scared him off because we were talking about meth.
No, Chris started talking about, I think it was Chris started talking about meth. Wasn't me.
Eric, do the semi drivers get pissed if you're in their spots? Some. I've had some come up and talk to me for hours, and I've had some.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. That's kind of where I was going earlier with that. Is just leave them spots if at all possible. I mean, we do the same job as them, so if you need to park in there, park in there. But I'd rather not park in there, mainly just because I don't want to get hit. I mean, them guys are
Coming in
I'm
hot.
not- yeah, I'm not gonna go there, but yeah.
Mike, the streetwalker, is doing wonderfully. Fabulous. Brian,
Oh, 5 years with Horizon.
gotcha. Brian, can you log off duty if you're going home after dropping off a unit? Technically, by the Green Bible, yes. By Horizon policy, no. Clear
As
as
long
mud.
as you're not dispatched.
Right. Yeah. If you're not dispatched or advancing towards
But Horizon, yeah, requires
Just-
it either way.
just
so.
because so many people have screwed it up for everyone else.
Yep.
Hey, I was going home. Oh, you just happen to live in Goshen? Yeah.
Yeah. And then that also, you know, the people that do live in Indiana or Goshen, they go all the way to the West Coast.
I'm going home.
Going home, and yeah. mean,
I guess if you went home and did a reset.
Yeah, I didn't log. I mean, they really started cracking down on it. What, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago?
So right when I started.
Yeah, because I used to never log back to the yard if I wasn't dispatched, and then I got emails that says you are going to do that,
Okay.
and I said okay.
You're
So-
the one that gives me the monies.
Yep. Sometimes.
Yeah, heartburn.
You have to have a heart before it can burn.
That's true. That thing been dead.
Tim must be talking about you.
Terry, I personally love the new ELD rules. By rules, I mean you don't have to be off duty for your 30-minute break.
That's not just ELD. That's for paper logs too.
Yeah.
Or, you know, electronic paper logs,
Digital papers.
digital papers.
Hello, Ohioan. I spoke with you quite a bit the other day.
I bet they're from Ohio.
Oh, you think?
I bet they are.
Now, I got a lot of people asking if Horizon does loads to Texas.
Yeah, there's
There's
Oh.
like 6 a year.
no, we
I know.
we
I
used
know.
to have like
Well, isn't that where Funtown is?
yeah.
Yeah.
We used
Texas is real hit and miss.
well, like last summer we had that's all we had pretty much. I mean, they were forcing you to take Texas loads pretty much because they needed them so badly down there. So
Miss Hood, what's the scary part of sleeping in your vehicle? None. I lock the doors and I ensure that I am always protected.
yeah, no, I've had like a couple crazy people come to my truck, but it was just like, well, it was like the Chris guy that does the meth. I mean, that's the kind of people that were coming there. No, but seriously, like there was some crackheads that came to my truck one time in California,
Surprise.
but they're just like knocking on the window and stuff. They, you know,
Hey man, you got some? No.
and yeah, I've only had really that.
I've never experienced a lot lizard, David. I've never even seen one.
When I drove truck, I have.
Oh, I'm sure you did because you was in the back with all the
Well,
trucks.
and yeah, well, it actually wasn't a lot lizard. It was a pimp. He
Okay.
wanted to know if I wanted to buy anything, and I was like, no, I do not. But yeah, that's you see them, but never.
I've had one scary experience at a truck stop.
That's just the mirror. It's okay.
That makes me feel a little better.
You should move this mirror so you don't see it first thing in the morning. You'll be fine.
I haven't pointed at the moonroof.
Did we lose everybody or what?
I don't know. It's still at 37. Hello? Hello?
You think that's gonna fix it?
Maybe it'll get their attention.
Well, I think it's still on because you still see us. Oh, there's a question.
Well, I've only done that once, David. I usually don't have to do 34s at truck stops. Although tomorrow will be the second time.
Well, I do them there all the time, and honestly, I usually just watch TV or, it's only a day.
Yeah, realistically.
I mean, you got, 34 hours. You stop one night, that night, and then the next day. I mean, I usually do laundry or, there's all kinds of things. I mean, depending on where you stop, too. I mean, you could stop at a national park if you wanted to.
Yeah, I just stopped at a park. It was great. Eric, my scary experience. I watched 2 guys get shot right in front of my truck and one died. Over an argument over the Super Bowl in Colorado.
Wasn't that inside, though?
No.
Oh, was that one outside? I
No,
thought
it was
inside.
right in front of my truck. It was like right where that Marlboro sign
Oh,
is.
okay. I thought it was inside the...
No. One dude died right on the spot, and I tourniqueted the other one until the cops showed up. Made a tourniquet out of a belt and a stick.
You can make a lot of things out of a belt and a stick.
This is true. Carl, to answer your question, I will say that I have not... the Green Bible does not say no.
Could you ever find a power only after you drop an RV? Are you talking about drive away? I'm not sure.
So, no, you really couldn't find a power only. Just that's not the way we're set up to operate.
Oh, well, I suppose you could. I see what they're saying now. I suppose you could if you put a tow bar on your truck and had all that equipment to do that, if that's what they're talking about.
Not like the bobtail guys; those are power only.
Yeah, that's what I thought he
Yeah.
was talking about. But yeah, I mean, I suppose you could. But yeah, you are. If your question is, are you allowed to do that? Yes, absolutely. You can do anything that's on our boards if you're, as long as you're CDL and all that.
Miss Hood, ask away. The chat's really slow, and the more questions you guys ask, the more informative this video is going to be. I don't think I've ever seen your name in here before, so I'm gonna guess you're new to some degree. All of these live videos that I do, every time I'm ever live, I don't come on here with a topic to discuss. I come on here and let you guys just go to town in the chat, and I do my best to answer the questions, and that's it.
And I'm usually not here interfering.
That's also true. Usually it's just me running my suck and getting 30% of it wrong.
I'd say more like 60.
Wow. James, I do not see your name anywhere in here at all. No. Oh, hey, stop that. No, James, for whatever reason, I can't see your question at all in the chat. It's not in here. Ohioan, I have not moved to tiny home.
No, but we do move them.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to say that about the Rams. The one thing I will say, I think the reason why you see a lot of those doing this job is the price point of getting into one.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit cheaper.
It was like 20-something thousand cheaper for a similarly
for a
equipped-
brand new truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot of people's. I mean, we're out here wearing them out. They're
15 months old.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a truck for $20-some thousand cheaper, most people are going to go that route. I'm not a Dodge guy. I personally don't like Rams, but that's preference. I mean, to each his own. But
about what % of each load goes to maintain fund? I do an oil change a month, and then the next month I do all filters and fuel, air, oil, and then once a once a 3/4 of a year, whatever, I do the whole drivetrain fluids.
if you save 10% of each load,
I mean,
it's huge.
yeah.
And actually, there's another bonus with Horizon is they take that 10% out for the first $1,500, and if you want them to, they'll continue to take that out, or that you can stop it taking it out, or you can turn it back on. But they'll keep that 10% out for you, and out of each load, and that money can go directly towards your truck payments or your maintenance or whatever you want to do. And they'll continue to take that. The only downfall is you can't get it except for Monday through Friday during the work hours. So, if you had a problem and you needed money, you could still get it the next morning. But, that is a pretty cool thing you can take advantage of. It's always in your damage deposit, and anything over the $1,500 you're allowed to take out. So if you have $2,500 in there, you're allowed to take $1,000 out, and they'll give it to you, no questions asked. So it's kind of a cool thing. It helps you save without you having to transfer it. But if you're good with money, then I guess you don't need to do that. But it's just a pretty cool feature they do.
Carl, do you guys carry a generator? No, but I am considering doing it soon. Not to power a TV or a microwave, but I want an AC unit. My back window opens, and I want to get a little AC that can sit back there on the fuel tank and be ducted into the rear window, because in the summer, I learned this summer that was really unpleasant because I don't idle my truck.
Or you could just idle your truck when it's stupid hot.
It's also an option.
I was gonna do the generator thing, but I'm thinking, okay, and I did do it a previous time, but it was just such a headache. I was just done with it. I mean, you put 10 hours a night on it because you don't want to get up and shut it off, or I don't know. Just if it's that hot or that cold. First of all, if it's that cold, I idle anyways, because I don't want my stuff freezing up. So, and if it's that hot, I'll start it for a couple hours, let it idle, cool it way down in there, turn the AC all the way down to cold, and get it nice and cool in there, and yeah, you're good for, unless you're in like southern Florida or something, it's not that bad. So
no, and I did do that a couple times.
Yeah.
I have the app on my phone, I hit the button, start it up, run the AC, and it shuts itself off in 30 minutes. So I just hit the button.
Yeah, 30 minutes is plenty to idle it, and then if you do that, just say you did that 4 times in a night, that's 2 hours. That's not that bad.
No.
I don't know how many idle hours I have on my truck, but it's a crap ton.
It's a lot.
So,
let's see. Terry, 20,000 is plenty for a fifth wheel hitch. I've never done a fifth wheel that was more than that.
what?
20K.
No, 19 I think is the biggest one I've ever seen. No, actually, I think we did have a few of them that were 20 on there, but it's a very rare occasion to see those.
You recommend leasing or buying a truck?
Buying.
I see a lot of good about what Enterprise is doing with the lease program. I think that for RV transport, it doesn't make sense.
If you're doing singles,
right,
you don't want to do a lease.
just
truck.
because our rate per mile is so low that it doesn't compensate for what you're paying to Enterprise.
Yep.
Now, if you got a lease truck and it was a chassis cab and you did the flatbed division, okay, I could see that.
And again, if you have no bills at home, fine. But you don't. It's almost like doing the drive away, except you have a pickup truck. So, it almost averages out about the same. So I saw a question that I was going to answer.
Miss Hood, if you're gonna do drive-away, I would not stay in a hotel. And the beauty of a drive-away is, correct me if I'm wrong, you are allowed to sleep in the units if you're in drive-away.
Was that a question?
That's why I said correct me if I'm wrong.
I was reading. You can't expect me to read and listen at the same time. That's like walking and chewing gum. No, I was gonna finish this, the one that asked about the generator.
Oh.
Yeah, most of these new trucks all have inverters in them if you wanted a TV or something, but I don't use a TV. I just use my tablet for my TV. So
You have a pretty neat setup for that too.
yeah, it's just
I saw your TV holder.
Yeah.
Last time we were running together.
heck yeah. What was your question again now?
If you're in drive-away, you can sleep in the unit.
Yes, absolutely. They ask that you don't sleep on the beds. Try to pull out the futon or
Right.
the front couch, or sleep on the floor if you want, or whatever. But yeah, you're absolutely allowed to sleep in.
Yeah, and that's where the drive-away is really less than good, because you're either driving all the way. But if you get like a Geo Metro that gets 50 miles to the gallon, or a Tesla,
I was reading again.
or a Prius, something that got retarded gas mileage.
Yeah, most people that do the driveaways, the people that are successful at doing driveaways, in my opinion, are the ones that have tow cars. And tow car is a must, because, and the other thing, they do have a weight limit on that. It's 3,500 pounds. So, you got to have a fairly small car.
Oh, there you go, a Chevy Spark. That's perfect.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a great tow car.
Yep. Yeah, and as far as the driveaways, I mean, if you have a tow car and you do things right, you can still make okay money. It's not for me, but
Isn't the Honda Monkey that little moped-looking
Monkey.
motorcycle? Ohioan? Oh, yes, Ohioan? Yes, that is correct.
yeah. It's crazy, but it's true.
Makes as much sense as wearing a mask into a restaurant to sit down at the table and eat.
With your mask off.
I couldn't tell you, Chris. You want to cover that one?
What? Which one?
How difficult is it to manage the tow bar? Never touched a tow bar in my life.
Oh, they're not hard. Once it's set up on your car, they're actually really easy to. It's really just you hook it up just like a trailer, and plug it in just like a trailer, and that's it. I mean, it's actually really simple. But yeah, if you get a tow bar put on your car, they hook it all up. They'll show you how to work all that stuff at where you get it installed. So.
Ooh, that would be the thing. You need to talk to Chevy and see if the Spark can be flat towed.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, you do need to.
Because you could munch your transmission.
Yeah, you do need to call Chevy with your VIN number and make and model and all that, and they will tell you if it can be flat towed. If it can't, they do make universal systems that will keep your transmission from going out. It actually pumps fluid through the transmission the whole entire time you're driving. So
I think I've heard of those.
there is ways around it, but yeah, do call and see if those cars are flat towable.
Awesome.
No.
Chevy said that it's already cleared to be flat towed. And yes, the tow bar does stay on the vehicle. They fold up into the front bumper.
Oh yeah, they have them either way. They can either stay on the coach side or the car side, but you're going to want the one that goes on the car side. So
Yes.
yeah, it just folds up, and
So you got your two bars coming out of the bumper like such, and then it hooks onto the camper right here, goes through the country, and then this bar folds into this one, and then they come
And it's
back into the front bumper.
and it's just a push of a button. It's not hard.
Yeah.
They have some pretty nice ones nowadays.
Button, pin, click, done.
Yep. It doesn't stick up in front of your face or anything.
Like they used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it goes into one bar like yay-ish long, about yay big around.
And it usually has a cover. I mean,
Yeah.
they stay nice. Yeah, they're totally different than anything they used to have.
Yeah, and then when you want to use it, you just you pull the pin to use it, you pull it out, so you got the one arm, and the other one comes out and hooks back into the front bumper, and you're back to towing.
And yes, Aaron, yes, you do pay for your own fuel. So do you bring them? Well, they
You
have
have to-
they have to have a quarter of a tank
Yeah.
when you drop them because they're usually a quarter of a tank when you pick them up. So sometimes you luck out. I've done quite a few driveaways. I've probably done 6 or 7, maybe 8 of them, just for fun type of thing. And I've lucked out a couple of times and got like 3/4 of a tank of gas. So, but yes, you do have to show up with at least a quarter tank.
Okay, James, you live in Virginia. That's not very far from Indiana. I live in Idaho.
I live in Arizona.
Like, where you live only matters for the first load. So he lives in Arizona. I
It
live
doesn't
in
really
Idaho.
matter even for that, to be honest,
Right.
because you could find a load out of any state
At any,
at any given point.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's
you
just
know,
I'm right next to.
there is yards there, yes.
Yeah.
But like right now, there's nothing there.
No, there isn't.
So, I mean, there's a few actually, but
Well, there wasn't yesterday.
well, there is today.
Terry, I would love to have a video of that. Please. Please get me a video of that.
What? I can't read this thing.
I want to tow a fifth wheel with a Volkswagen Bug.
Oh yeah, I've seen a video of that. It's
Oh yeah,
amazing.
they had the thing on the roof.
Yeah, yeah. You know the thing.
Yeah. Yes, Carl, we both do our own maintenance. I just started because my warranty expired. Used up, gone. I have no more warranty.
Tennessee for loads.
Few and far
Are we
between.
talking about? Is this the same person that was wanting to know about the cars?
No.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then, as far as towable units down in Tennessee, there's usually quite a bit down in Tennessee. That's not very far though, so.
It's like every single state is hit and miss. This state will be hot today. This state's hot tomorrow. That state's hot the next day. It's all
Right
over
now,
the
all
place.
of them are cold,
Yes,
literally.
figuratively and literally.
Yeah. That too.
Like I said earlier, the only states that are, I say always, not right now. We're not counting the last week, but Oregon, Idaho, Indiana. Those are always hot because that's where the yards are. There's a yard in California, but it's almost never got stuff coming out of it.
Joseph says that he's starting next week. That's cool. Are you with going with Horizon or somebody else?
Right on, Joseph. Really? I had this vision. I had to pick up in Indiana first for every trip. No. So there is an outbound board for towaway and driveaway. Those are all out of Indiana. Then they have a reload board, and they're just scattered all over the country. And that's what I'm talking about, where it's hit and miss.
Yeah, and is that Miss Hood?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She's the one talking about the car.
Yeah, she's
So
the she's with the
driveaway.
Chevy Spark.
So driveway. And yeah, and driveaway is usually pretty good across the country, to be
Yeah,
honest.
driveway is usually in better shape than towaway.
Yeah. As far as getting loads that are not in Indiana, I mean, there's always something going somewhere. And if you're CDL, it makes that even better. So
Yes, Kenneth, I've heard that. I think you and I emailed about that. California, man, they make their own law. California's got some weird commercial laws.
I don't know why they would say that, honestly.
He's not the first person that's told me that.
Really? Just because they're from California,
Yeah,
they need a CDL?
Yep,
Oh, yeah, because of that 10,000 pound rule.
yep.
Say it's South Carolina or North Carolina, one of the Carolinas. Which that is a rule everywhere, but I think they're the two states that really do make you.
Terry, I really want to do that. I saw a load a couple weeks ago, and I almost took it. It would not be.
I almost took that one too, and then I was like, nah, it's too cold up there right now.
Well, I don't care about the cold, but it would not.
Well, I do. So.
It would not be financially smart because you're deadheading all the way back.
So I deadhead everywhere I go. I very rarely ever don't deadhead back to Indiana. So
I know we operate very differently.
we do.
But that's 3,000 miles of deadhead.
So it's 2,300 from California.
Or no, it's more than that. 'Cause it was.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's a lot because all the way through Canada, and, you have
and
to-
that's
they-
and that's
you have to
not
get
true
into the-
either, though, because you could deadhead back to Washington and get another load.
That's true.
There could be one in Alaska. I mean, I doubt it.
Probably
You
not a whole lot
never-
of dealer transfers up there.
Well, not even just dealer transfers. People moving out of Alaska,
Yeah.
which I would totally get.
Our load board had 5 pages just in the state of Utah. That must be Indiana. I've heard they're real hot right now. The Power Clean additive. I've heard a lot of people saying good things about House. I don't know a whole lot about it, but
I 100% use Power Service.
Power Service. Yeah, not Power Clean. I knew what I meant. He knew what I meant.
Well, I don't even know what you read.
How about additives?
Well, I didn't see it yet. Jeez.
Let's see.
I don't know, Kenneth. I don't get that. I don't know. Unless it's just the California part of it.
Yeah, it's got to be the California thing. And I've had a couple subscribers tell me, because I live in California, and California does have a law that if you're over 10,000 pounds, you have to have a CDL if you're licensed in the state of California. So that's got to be what it is. So technically, you would have to have a CDL just to drive this truck empty. Because I'm 10,180.
What's 10,180?
How much my truck weighs?
Oh, yeah. That's actual weight, though.
Yes. No, Terry, there is not a yard in Mississippi or Van Lake. But again, the reload board.
Yes, we do have a yard
Oh,
at Van Lake. I mean, it's not our yard, but we
Right.
pull out of there
right.
constantly.
That's what I was. You cut me. That's twice you've cut me off.
That's because you said
We have,
no.
but our reload board does cover every state except for Hawaii. We don't deliver to Hawaii. Would make towaway real difficult.
Yeah, we don't have a yard per se at Van Lake, but we pick up there all the time. So I call a yard. We also have one in Iowa. Iowa.
Yep.
Pulling the Van Lays also because there's a paint booth up there.
Right.
So sometimes you bring them from Mississippi to Iowa, and then sometimes you get them out of Mississippi already painted. Sometimes you get them out of Iowa already painted. So I've taken a couple up from Mississippi to Iowa to get painted. So
I do get a lot of those calls, Tim. A couple times a day. For driveway, if you went hard, what are you making? I couldn't tell you, Ohioan. I could not tell you if you run hard in driveway what you're gonna make.
I would guesstimate you'd probably pocket 40,000-50,000. That's just a guess, but it's hard to say. I mean, your running hard may be different than our running hard. I mean,
Carl, no, you have to go through Horizon because you're running their DOT number. Terry, yes, Canada does have different hours of service laws, and that honestly, that's the biggest reason I haven't gone up there yet. I just don't want to deal with it.
biggest reason I haven't gone up there is I don't have a passport, and I don't like Canada. Other than that, I have no reason. I don't like Canada's laws, I should say, as far as DOT laws up there. Very strict. I used to run up there in my flatbed. It sucked. I shouldn't say I don't like Canada. That sounded bad, didn't it? I didn't mean it that way. I meant Canada's DOT laws.
Next June, Canada requires ELD. So is that for all RV transport, you're saying?
I wouldn't doubt it up there.
Hawaii is row away.
Row away. That's awesome.
Well done. Well done.
We do have them go to Hawaii from time to time.
Yeah, we just drive to the port, though. I mean,
No. You take it all the way there.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Well, you better get fins on your truck. No, you do. You take them on the boat over to there.
Do they pay you for all that
Yes.
time that you're on the boat? Does that count as mileage?
I don't know how they do it. I've never done it. They have been on there. So,
All right, I've got a goal. I'm going to flipping Hawaii.
yeah. I don't know how they do it. I don't know why they would do it that way, but
What's the mileage from Los Angeles to Hawaii?
yeah. I don't know.
So you pick it up in Indiana, you
I
take, you
don't know
drive
how,
it to LA.
I don't know how it works. I'm just saying I've seen them on there.
It's a
Now,
$15,000 trailer.
I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that though, because that could just be where you take it to the port, but the camper itself's going to Hawaii. So I don't know. I never paid attention to it.
James, that's a gray area. They say the truck can't be older than 5 years. However, I've heard of, you've seen people.
They'll accept trucks up to back to 2000. If your truck is beautiful and they'll accept it all the
not
way.
rusted out, clapped out.
Yeah, I mean, if it came right out of Wisconsin as a snowplow truck, you're probably not going to get in there. But well, all they do is when you tell them that your truck is a little bit older, whatever year it may be, a 2010 or 6 or 5 or whatever, they'll ask you to send in 4 pictures, one of each
This
corner,
this corner, yeah.
and then they'll make a decision from there. They just don't want a bunch of,
Clapped out crap.
yeah, they don't want your old ranch snowplow truck to be out here pulling campers. Kind of makes us look bad, I guess.
Chris, I want to get an Arizona license, but if I do, I'll lose my California license. My brother has a house in Lake Havasu. Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
That'll
would.
solve your problem.
I live 40 miles north of Lake Havasu. So.
That's the guy that is in California trying to get hired on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, change your license.
I mean, it's totally against the law, but go ahead. You can't really do that.
I mean,
but
really, if you're in transport, who's to say
it doesn't
you don't,
really
who's to say
matter.
you don't live with your brother?
Yeah. Yeah, you just, yeah.
What's the limit you can drive each day? 11 hours. And yes, you can drive at night.
Except, who is this?
Drive away.
Drive away. You cannot drive at night certain months of the year.
That rule applies to total way too.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
That's what they told me when I went to
I
orientation.
No, they were talking about drive away. I promise you, it does not apply to us at all. It never has. It never will. But the drive away, yes, it's like from October to, I don't know, like deer season. They do not allow you to drive after dark. Period.
Yeah, Terry, what Holly Demand said. I think there's one way station in California that doesn't say no pickups.
I don't know. I've never seen any way stations there. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think there's 1 or 2 of them that don't say no pickups, but legally by law you have to stop in there. So, I mean, we're commercial. It says no pickups, but they're actually referring to just a pickup truck. So, because if you have a flatbed on your truck, on your pickup truck in California, you legally have to stop at scale. So, it's one of those things. Does anybody do it? No.
Yeah, that sign says no pickups. Nope.
I don't stop there.
There used to be a daily mileage limit. It sounds like that is gone. Not received confirmation. The jury's out. I just follow the speed limit. If you follow the speed limit and don't go over the limit that Horizon has said you can drive, which is 65 miles an hour, you're not going to get in trouble.
Which is 715 miles a day.
What he said.
That's an average at 65 at 11 hours. So you're really not supposed to book over that. But I don't know.
If you're empty.
It's a very gray area anymore.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know,
speed limits have gone. I mean, back when I pulled flatbed, they would actually stop you at the scale house and figure out how many miles you went, figure out your average speed, and if you was over 65 miles an hour, you were getting a speeding ticket on top of your whatever else. So,
but that was also for big truck.
but that's also for big truck, but it doesn't matter. We have the same speed
Right.
limits as the big trucks. So the speed limits have gone way up, so they can't expect you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to average 65 miles an hour a day is pushing it very hard. Anyway, so 715 miles.
Carl, no, you do not have to take a load you don't want. There is no forced dispatch in this job.
Unless they make you take one. I'm just kidding. There is times where they ask you to do one, you know, like a favor for them, but you could still turn it down. But, you know,
Right.
it's one of those things. Like, you can turn it down. You don't have to do anything. But they may ask you to take, hey, I really need this load moved. It's an emergency. Can you take it? And most of us just say yes. I know. Look how many people are in here.
Do they GPS you? Not really. Do you have to send your location? Yes, once a day, before noon Indiana time. And that's where they GPS you. So in our app, every day before noon Indiana time, you have to push a button that sends your location.
But they cannot track you all day now.
No.
That's actually a FMCSA thing. You're supposed to check in with every trucking company. So they want to know that, they just want to know you're alive and well. That's all it's for. You're not in a ditch somewhere with whatever.
Tim, that is correct. I know, because I pulled through there and it's terrifying because I'm doing 65 and cars are winging around me. It's just like California, but the speed limit's only 65 there anyway.
55.
No, for cars the speed limit's 65.
Oh.
They're supposed to be doing 65.
Oh, no.
We're doing 55 and they're doing 90, and it's terrifying.
No, I usually run about 59 in California, and it's very, even the trucks.
Curious, when do you start your drive time? As soon as you start moving.
Are you asking like personal? Because it doesn't matter when you start it, if that's the question.
Right.
I mean,
Well, it says when you pick up or when you get dispatched.
What?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. When you get dispatched, as soon as you start moving, your drive time. Well, so
every time you drive, you go on drive time.
Yeah. So as soon as you've been dispatched, you're.
No. As soon as you're dispatched, what do you mean?
The question was, do you do it when you pick up or once you've been dispatched? So it's whenever you're driving, period.
Period. Just driving. Yeah, it has nothing to do with any of that. If you're leaving your house to head to, say, Indiana, pick up a load, you are doing your logbooks.
Yeah.
From that point until you get home. It's that simple. Horizon requires that.
All right, guys, this one's been going on a long time. Gonna let it run for a couple more minutes and then I'm killing it. So if you got any questions you've been sitting on, launch them out now. Because I'm sleepy. You have to submit your logs every day. Yes. So every day there's a button, sign log, save, and as soon as you hit save, it automatically launches it.
Except when you're at home, they allow, I think, 7 or 8 days, 9 days, something like that.
Yeah, I did 7 without getting yelled at.
Yeah, that's when you're at home. Like, if you go on vacation or something, they understand. So that's, but when you're at home, it's just a simple push the button, and that's it.
For a company and go on vacation to own my own camper, do I have to abide by the logbook DOT rules? I don't think so.
From hauling.
So if I'm hauling my personal camper to go on vacation with my family, do I follow DOT bullshit?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No. I mean, you have to follow the laws of the state or
Yeah.
whatever, whatever state you're going
Right,
to
but you're not doing.
But you
this.
don't do no scales, no nothing like that. No.
So how would that work for me since I can't take my placards off?
You'd have to,
Take them off?
or cover them with something that says not for hire, because you're not for hire at that point.
Right. Where can I get that Trump at? That question directed at you.
Oh, this one? Can they see it? Oh, the thing's really slow. I ordered it online. Don't ask me where, because I don't remember. I saw it on Facebook and pushed the button because I liked it.
Stay safe, healthy, maybe see you on the road one day. I want to do this 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. You have to log during the 2 weeks off. No.
You have to sign your books, because you'll be
Personal
off.
conveyance.
No. They asked.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
No, if you're doing it for 2 weeks and then you go off for 2 weeks, when you're off at home, you have to sign it for each day, but that's it. It's just a simple signing. You're off duty. You're not working. I hope that was the question.
Yes. I just folded the back seat up, and then I made sure the mattresses were the same height, so it's flush.
I took mine completely all the way out. My back seat. Built a big bed in there. That's it. So to answer that question, either way.
Do what you want.
Do what you want.
All right, guys. As always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.